tonight. All of these readings are published in Volume 6 of the Red Light Lit series and can be purchased over here to my left. And they are $10 a piece. Is it cash only or cash and credit? Cash only, y'all. Bring out that green. Okay, it was a great pleasure that I introduced your next reader, also a favorite writer of mine. She was a recent McDowell Colony Fellow, and her fiction has appeared in the Southern Review. She currently lives in San Francisco and is at work on a new novel. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Laura Schadler.
I thought there was another person, so I was just chilling, and now I ran up here. Hi, everyone. Whew. Let's take a moment. Yes. Just going to read a little excerpt from Totem that's in this beautiful magazine. Alice and I have thrown our phones in the pool so they can't track us. In our neighborhood, tiny metal birds fly overhead delivering items from the drugstore. They drop from the sky into outstretched hands. Each of us have a tiny locator inside us like an extra heart that reveals our exact coordinates. Where do we send our cell phone videos of the war? The weapons don't officially exist. They are dragged secretly in pieces somewhere it might be safe to photograph them. Alice wears camouflage, but still she beeps. She wears turquoise near water and lace when she's trapped in webs. We breathe in the suffering of others and exhale an antidote, anything we want, something we hope will cure. Alice says this does something tangible, but I wonder if it is more for us, if we like feeling holy in this way. I breathe in. I breathe out. I breathe hard onto the screen, and I wonder if my cure makes it through to the other side. I breathe out the desert, a dark room, the ocean that was the beginning and its vastness, its arteries of internet. People confuse the notion of emptiness. I might breathe out such emptiness, a heart fortified. How else might it love? I breathe in the terrorist-controlled highways, the night vision. I breathe out what? The desert, a dark room, the ocean that was the beginning and its vastness. The more vastness we contemplate, the more vast we grow. Alice and I study the monitors. Inside people's lives, there are rooms, cells, blood, birds, desks, bodies, auras, spools of yarn, sex, fighting, patterns. We watch one girl try to catch her buses on time. We watch another dislike her job. We watch her pick up her phone again and again, until watching her repetitions, I cannot breathe. These gestures are familiar to us. They are our own, but we don't want them to be. We talk about each of our targets a lot, how they frustrate us or seem static, how we can't believe their unhappiness. Do you feel this? Alice asks and brings my hand to rest at her throat. Your heart? I ask. No, she says. For days and then weeks, the screens bring in the most ordinary feeds. We need to change our means of looking. We are listless looking at the footage, so much of it unusable and lacking. We learn things we don't care about. We grow depressed. We miss the world. Maybe nothing happens, Alice says. Maybe that's the thing we need to understand. Things happen, I argue. Things happen all the time. This happened. I stood for a minute in the eave of a laundromat while the rain poured down hard, and I just laughed. I loved the world so terribly. I cursed it and loved it, and I was soaked and pummeled by it. See what you're missing? I asked her. Anyway, there's the matter of our surveillance. It isn't working. Nothing has revealed itself to me. Morning after morning, I gravitate toward the screens to find nothing awaiting me. What had I wanted? When I was a girl, a real spy, a double agent, was arrested in the creek behind my house. His name was Robert Hansen. You can look him up. He was a real man. He worked for the FBI and for the Russians, and no one ever understood why he did what he did, selling secrets like that for paltry amounts of diamonds, really. I know the reason, but no one asked me. It was power. Who wants a boring life? Who dreams of that? Who truly believes they deserve that? No one. Certainly not Robert Hansen, and not Alice and me. Hidden cameras are so 20th century, Alice says. We need to get more psychic, more savvy, be one step ahead. We need to always be watching, I say, always listening. I adjust my headphones. I touch the screen where someone moves through a room. How often we are doing nothing. Alice doesn't share my urgency about the future. She says there is only now. There is only moving inside right now, where no one can see us. There are these streams inside us, channels, the source, way stations lit up with color, places where no screen can behold me or be beheld. Who are you? Who are you? We ask each other over and over, having to give an answer again and again. It's a game we play when nothing else is happening. It gets harder, the answers get stranger, grow silent. Our hearts, sometimes they close. I'm a girl, I begin. I have so far to go. I am the Axis Mundi I try in the second round. Alice and I, we spend so long looking at other people on our surveillance cameras, we forget about our own lives being monitored. But they are, of course, looking and looking and looking, so voraciously, forgetting how we are being seen, scrutinized in return. Alice is the first one to find one of the cameras pointed at us instead. It's nestled quiet inside her phone, and she has to break the thing in half to pull it out, the minuscule size of a beautiful evil jewel with one unblinking eye. Who put it there, I ask, but it doesn't really matter. Everyone's eyes are on us, men we've loved and who have loved us, the NSA, the internet, perfect strangers, everyone we pass by, our patterns and algorithms tracking us, tricking us, hypnotizing us, anticipating us before we even know ourselves. Maybe something will happen, maybe nothing will. Either way, it doesn't matter. Alice doesn't mean this passively, like there's nothing we can do. We can. We have the unpredictability of our souls. When you go inside, you get this understanding, and you know that nothing separates you from anyone or anything else. And you know that opposites and contrasts are meaningless. The seen and the unseen are the same, the visible and the invisible. You know all this, and then you come out of yourself and you step back into your life, sizzling with this knowledge, devastatingly alive with it, vibrating with colors, with the shock of seeing, with love. And I don't mean some sweet love either, but a love that could break your heart out of your chest, throw it on the ground. And then you can pick it back up like a totem and take it around with you places, let it radiate dangerously, let it hunger. Alice and I are working on this, on what can be let go. Our surveillance becomes secondary. Our concern about being revealed to others becomes secondary. Besides, when people spy on Alice and me, all they will see is us sitting very still, nothing happening, our eyes open, awake, 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 looking softly at nothing at all. Thank you.